Hey, I hope everyone's having a good weekend. Just wanted to show y'all what I got from the Privada monthly cigar club for September. I mentioned that in the last video. So this monthly cigar club costs about 25 bucks and a few extra dollars for shipping, and they send you 3 cigars a month, and they're supposed to be either rare, premium, and or aged cigars. And all the cigars I've gotten from them so far but one I've never even heard of. So when you get it, it'll come in a bag like this, but the top is sealed and it's got a Ziploc here, and then this will come in a cardboard box. And you open it up, and usually they'll give you a little 69% Boveda packet. And here are the cigars. I also have a little bit of information on the cigars that comes with them, and I'll read a little bit from that as I go over them. I'm not going to read the whole thing though. So first up is the Lost and Found Super Stroke, and this is aged 7 years, guys. So apparently what the cigar is it was rolled by a cigar factory, but they were never released. And apparently this happens somewhat often, because there's actually other lost and found cigars that they've came and found and then released as their own lost and found brand. So the cigar is kind of a medium brown. This is a Corona size. It's got really good looking construction. I think it's a triple cap. It's firm with like just the perfect amount of give, and it smells like aged tobacco with like a little bit of sweetness to it, and I'm smelling some leather in there too. So there's just over 3,500 of these made. It's got an Ecuadorian wrapper with Brazilian, Nicaraguan, and Dominican tobaccos inside. It says the tasting notes are cream and pepper with a little cherry-like sweetness, which I'm definitely smelling the sweetness on it, and some vanilla. And it says it tastes like aged tobacco. So I guess Matt Booth and Robert Caldwell had something to do with producing this cigar, and it recommends not pairing it with anything too strong like IPAs. Also, I would say don't pair it with something like tequila, because I've drank tequila with some cigars before, and I love tequila, but sometimes it just tends to overpower a lot of the flavors in cigars. And the graphics on this cigar are kind of funny. I think it's like a masturbation joke. It's got a guy's huge arm with some enormous biceps, like cantaloupes for biceps. Next up, we have the Tea Connecticut, and this one really catches my eye. The last one was in a cellophane actually too, but I just had already taken it out. So this is another Corona size, which I'm a huge fan of. Got just a slightly spongy pack on it, but it feels good. It really kind of catches your eye with the orange and kind of cream colored wrapper. Looks like another Matt Booth, AJ Fernandez, and Robert Caldwell cigar here. This one I love the smell of. It smells like tons of like you're sticking your face in like a bowl full of nuts, and it smells just nutty and woody, and has a little bit of like a white pepper smell to it. So this cigar, if I'm not mistaken, is pretty new. I know it's new for 2018. I just don't know when it came out. The tasting notes on here are toast and butter, orange citrus, black pepper, and cedar. So this sounds pretty interesting. I'm looking forward to this. It says to pair it with Scotch, Jack Daniels, which I would advise against. I'm not a huge fan of Jack Daniels or really any Tennessee whiskey. I feel like they're not as mellow. It's like and sweet as like a good bourbon. So I would recommend bourbon instead of Jack Daniels. It also says these are good for after dessert or with dark chocolate. And last up is the B.G. Meier standard issue, which was released in 2014. So this has 4 years of age on it, guys. And this one is probably has the most give out of them, is the most spongiest. Still seems like a good constructed cigar, though. This cigar almost has like a pungent, musty hay aroma coming from it, and also kind of some tea smells coming from it, like your black tea. Okay, so it says this cigar is rolled at the same factory as Room 101 in Honduras. Rob Weiss produced it and affectionately named it after his Rottweiler, so I guess his Rottweiler's name was Meier. It says this cigar is as Hollywood as it gets. Imagine a cool hipster on a motorcycle with a hawk in the desert smoking one of these. I guess there was a commercial like that. The tasting notes are cream, roasted red peppers, which I've never heard in any tasting notes, but I could imagine that taste coming from a cigar. I could. A little bit of citrus in this one too. Bread, oak, sweet earth, pepper, and some sea salt tanginess. Sometimes I get that sea salt tanginess from some of the Cuban cigars. And with a vanilla and cinnamon finish. I guess this cigar is a Nicaraguan Puro, and it says to pair it with Scotch. So overall, some pretty interesting cigars. One aged 7 years, another aged 4 years, and another that is pretty much brand new and very interesting. So tell me if you guys have had any of these cigars, if you know anything about them, or if you're a member of the Privada Cigar Club and you've already smoked some of these. Let me know what you think. Let me know which ones seem to strike your interest the most. And I should be smoking one of these soon. I'm probably going to do either the Connecticut that I have here in the next video or the Nub Connecticut next. And then I'll probably do that one after it. So I hope you guys had a good weekend. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.